everyone. Here I am there to share my view in this activity as we had learned here previous. It is about the films and it is speech of about the film. In the past, okay, 400 years, there are kingdoms and very kings were present. In that, they are used to present activities such as dramas and paintings, and they are represents an each and everyone. And now there is they are losing their ending because kings were we are living in a democratic country, so they are lose their endings and hence they were losing their ending. Um, in production first in 1930, the movie has Harishchandra was there. Raja Harishchandra was king, and it is all about 100 years ago. It is a mocking movie which does not has the voice, and thereby we can the voice and etc. and visualization, production and visualization and graphics. We had and recently Rana had done a movie Bahubali which was worldwide famous, and he was very happy with it. And the painters and drama, drama, drama people and the people who are active in their life and a lot was shot in the movies such as in this movies and production and visualization and graphic cultures are there in the movies. Therefore, we can enjoy and thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Sanjay. I want to perform my good evening, everyone. I'm Sanjay. I want to speak about my famous activity. Rana Dagapati, who is a famous actor, and he tells about the how cinema photography grows and comparing his childhood days and now. He's the famous actor, and after his democracy, he grew well and compared to democracy. And he says about the famous film who performed well. It's Bahubali who plays a major role in his movie, and he compares his kingdom and some and how he maintained his career, how he faced his failures in his life, how he maintained industries in Hyderabad. Thank you for giving this option.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Likita from Ece-B section, and I am here to perform my activity, that is LC, that listening and speaking activity. Recently, I had seen Rana Daggupati's video, and from that video, he told how his interest is towards films, and he also said that in his childhood, he is more interested in films. He also said that in before centuries there are kings and also there is protection of the culture, arts. But after democracy, art, culture, and these all are come through films. He also said how he entered in the films and his family has involved in films. He said that in Hyderabad he has started productions, and he also told about the enhancement of the technology, how technology has developed day by day. He said that in before days there is no sound system, but only there is printings and that two black and white movies, and all these have developed, and now technology has increased day by day, and people are seeing movies in OTTs also like Netflix, Amazon Prime, Hotstar, like all these. Yeah, and he also said about the struggles and all the difficulties he had faced during the entry of his in film industry. He also recently shared about his experience and his role and his position in a Bahubali film, and he also shared some of his films. He also said about his family and his family members' position in the film. Like that, he had shared many of his role in the films. He also, and from that video, we can say his enthusiasm and his role and position in films. And he's a successful person because he has reached his goal and he had done everything. Like that, we can say. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Mansa. Today, we had just seen the video of TED Talks from Rana Daggupati. He told us about how the movies have evolved since the centuries. First, during the king's time, the culture was protected by the artists, but as time went, during the democracy, the culture has fallen down and the artists lost their popularity. But again, during the 1800s, when the movies came into the world, which was invented by the two brothers, again the artists got opportunity to showcase their talents. At first, there were no sound movies, and from the no sound movies, there came the movies with sound, and then they were black and white movies, and then now, due to the technology, we have very good quality movies with good sound and good sound. Uh, this is due to technology that we are able to watch movies on our Android phones and televisions. Rana Daggupati was actually they had a production company that they had set up in Hyderabad, but when the technology started developing, they had uh, lost that feel, and but now they are again evolving slowly. Thank you.
Hi guys, good afternoon. I'm Jagannatham. I am to talk about LS activity and I'm talk about Rana Dagupati to say the words in cinema industry. In cinema, after two words, cinema industry was about
Okay, take your time, recollect and come back again. Next person.
Hi, I'm Avinash Balaji. Uh, I listened a clip in that Rana Daggupati explains about the culture of India and cinema. In ancient times, the king showcases their culture uh, in the form of dances, poets, etc. After the ages, the showcasing of culture changes a lot. The cinemas the cinemas the artists got an opportunity to explore their talent by the cinemas, and also cinemas attracts the people a lot after that, and cinemas also changes a lot after it is uh, after introducing the technology regarding to the cinemas, and the people also likes that, so that cinemas uh, changes a lot in entertainment purpose. Thank you.
Be confident when you're speaking. Put some smile on your face. Be spontaneous when you're speaking. If you don't have all these things, you'll not get successful here. Okay?
Good afternoon, one and all. My name is Prema and I am from Ece-B section. Today, I would like to tell about the Rana speech which I have heard recently. Rana has spoke about the cinema and the effect of technology, which is uh, going on nowadays. And first of all, he introduced about the movies in olden days, how it was, and he talked about the recent movie Bahubali, and it was about the storytelling, and the artists had made all the uh, movie very good, so that he spoke about that, and he told that in olden days there is no sound, so it was making movies, and nowadays the technology has developed, and the movies have sound, and a good infrastructure facilities are also provided. He also told about the artists, and the artists are from various uh, act, uh, business activities, and from various ways. Thank you.
Good morning to one and all. I am Joshmita and I am from Ece-B section. And now I want to speak about a great legendary actor Rana Dagbati, who spoke about the Indian Telugu film recently in Hyderabad conference. So he spoke about the movie in recent times and in olden days. And in recent, I mean in olden days, we have kings, kingdoms, and the kings show the culture to the world in the form of arts, dance, and musicians and poets in the form of poet, and later all the culture is shown in by artists in the form of movies, and later all cinema was introduced for us. The cinema was first introduced by two brothers called Lumiere brothers, and later all everyone started doing movies, different types of movies with a different theme pattern. And while he talked about his career, how he started his career in that time, firstly is about his family. We know that Rana Dagbati grandfather is Rama Naidu, who started the Rama Naidu Studios, and in that time he started entered his grandfather started entered into the production. Later all his grandson, the Rana Dagbati, entered into the movies, and he started his career from that age to this modern age. I mean, nowadays we are watching the movies in Netflix, Amazon, in our smartphones, which are very important to all of us. And in that time our movies are shown in a in a screen. After that it was developed and the movies were seen in theaters. After that in now at the present days we are all watching the movies in our smartphones, mobile phones, etc. So the movies was developing day by day, and from generation to generation the movies were changed, and the pattern and the theme, and all of us are very interested in watching different types of movies, and different theme oriented, hero oriented, and scientific movies, all that. And thank you so much for giving this opportunity. Thank you.
Monandal. Good afternoon, Monandal. Myself, I am K. Sharath. I am from Ece-B section. And today I want to speak about the great legendary actor Rana Dagbati sir, his views on the storytelling, and he shared about his movie cultures. And in recent times, the kings were ruled everything, and they want to showcase the culture, and in the forms of an poetry, so musicians and actress. And now when the kings were disappeared, now the artist came up and the filmmaking was started by the Lumni brothers in 1983, and uh, the filmmaking is started, and the culture is so different from the recent times, and uh, they they started filmmaking first of all from the sounds, and filmmaking was so different from when compared to the recent times, and now it's become very technology is improved, and everything is where there is a drastic change from the Asian times, and now the filmmaking and every artist are looking for the chance to get in acted into the films, and they were the showcase of the kings where uh, they need to share their culture to the neighbor kingdoms, and they need to show the cultures and to the people around them, and when they were disappeared it, when they were disappeared, the Lumni brothers started showing it into the big screen, and the Rana Dagbadsa told about his grandfather Ramanaidu sir about his productions, and he came up with a great film called Bahubali, which is a pan India movie, and thank you.
Good morning, this is Rajeshri. Here I am there to tell you the video which is shown. Here the host was Rana Dagubati in a program called TEDx. He just overviewed the films were produced in the past. Um, Films first was produced by a person called Luminaire in 1913, and later on in 1990 a film called Harishchandra was produced by his grandpa Ramanaidu, and he has a studio called named Ramanaidu Studios, where thousands of films were shooted in that moment in the studio. Later on, when the technologies are developed, this studio is kept apart, I mean, kept aside, and where Rana Dagubati's mother, who worked in a film laboratory, she also was depressed because of it. All the at olden days, kings were there. Where kings, in front of kings, there were so many artists, dancers, and musicians who presented their all cultures to the king. When these kings are fallen apart, then these in this India became democracy, and the all films were produced in a projected video onto the wall. Thank you.
Hello everyone, good evening. I am Priyanka from Ece-B section. Rana was host in TEDx meeting about all his life experience. Uh, in 1913, the first film was produced in India. After 50 years later, after 50, after 50 years later, his grandpa, Dr. Ramanaidu, who was initially farmer in a village in Andhra Pradesh, later he produced a film in 1990. Um, First silent film is made with black and white. Later he developed all shootings were introduced
Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Lakshmi from Ece-B. Now I will tell about the speech we have had from Rana Daggubati. Rana Daggubati is a famous, popular Indian actor who primarily known in Telugu with other languages, Tamil and Hindi. Rana was a great film actor. We Rana spoke about the evolution of cinema. He started speaking about birth of cinemas. Mm, He talked about the technologies and new innovations which help the changing dimension of cinemas. Uh, he he mainly mentioned about the film Bahubali, which break the record. Uh, he also tells about how the film industry needs the people from business and people from technology. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is Rashma from 2nd ECE. The video presented Rana Daggubati is host in TEDx. Uh, he said that Rana Daggubati spoke about that artist plays a key role in a king's rule. Later, kings was disappeared. There was no scope for the artist dances and etc. Um, and he after that he moves to spoke that artists have no scope. The first the first film was introduced by in the first film introduces um, in 1931 in India, and later he he mentioned about his grandfather, Dr. Ramanaidu, started the studio and he went to Chennai to tell the stories and he started a studio. And Rana told that the studio was later closed because developed technology and the artists have got many opportunities. So we can now we can enjoy uh, thank you.
Do not leave any topic abruptly, dear.